All right, so another beautiful day, and today on the Real Talk segment here on Sammy Flex TV, I am so privileged to be talking to Knii Lante. He doesn't want to be called doctor, but then what else can we do? We still have to give him the due that he deserves. He is a medical doctor and also practicing the music profession over the years. He has the voice that you want. The world over, I believe that if you are a lover of good music and not the ton san ones, you should start looking for him. His name is spelled KniiLante. There's no Y, I guess.
No, there's no way.
Exactly. So go straight to his YouTube page, subscribe to the page, enjoy his quality songs there. He has what you're looking for. I don't know, the world is talking Afrobeats, reggae songs, and it goes on like that. My name is Sammy Flex. Let's get into the real business here on The Real Talk. Thanks to the producers and directors of the show, Digital Rasta Currency and Richie Flex. And thanks to you for watching as well. Doc, now 2019, I know it's almost over. And with the last days, the last quarter, I've realized some energy, releases upon releases, videos and all that. Am I right or maybe I'm wrong?
First of all, thank you very much for the great intro. You made me feel really good.
I know, right?
Great, and I must share it with the whole team. So yeah, man, give thanks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you are right. We're putting in a whole lot of energy now. Music is something that I've always done, but done as like a second job.
Okay.
And where I put my priority on the medical practice. But lately, I'm creating more time for the music as well by shedding off some medical time. So now I'm concentrating more on my specialist clinics, which are not as hectic and so prolonged in terms of time duration and stuff like that. So now I'm having more time to do the music. It is freeing me up to be able to compose at a quicker rate, go to the studio more often. Now I can have more interviews, and I can tour, I can play more shows. So it's getting really interesting, releasing more songs, and it's gonna stay like this. It's gonna be more consistent, So this is a career decision, a life choice that I'm making, and we're just going for it. Yeah, man, champion.
We surely have to go for it. I like Aso. But then, can someone say he is doing music as a hobby? Or you think if you really have a profession and you want to combine music, it is going to be difficult? Looking at your experience.
Well, it depends, it depends on what kind of music you want to do. There are some kinds of, there's some kinds of, let me not say some kinds of music, but there's a way you can do music, or some projects in music that you do that may not take you that
full time.
Time exactly. So for example, if I'm a musician and I just score for films, I may have more time, but when you want to do this commercial thing, really get into it and be touring and be doing everything that has to do with music, putting out music at a quick rate, then there is a problem because, I've tried to balance the two over the years. It's not been easy. It's been tough. I've done some, even trying to balance stuff, I've been able to get some fair amount of recognition. I've got some Ghana Music Awards and things, but I realized that if I could have had more time for the music, I would have probably be closer to where I want to be, in terms of my vision for music. So, yeah, you can balance the two. It depends on what kind of music you want to do, yeah.
Because sometimes I ask myself, if for instance I'm a record label boss, can I go ahead to sign Knii Lante, who I know is always having his stethoscope in his ears doing business? I don't know how you are going to convince me as a label boss, and I don't know whether the opportunity is now available for someone to come forward.
Yes, I mean that is precisely the reason why we've taken some of the decisions we've taken now, because that was something that I always had. That was sometimes in the way, I'd have invitations to go for maybe a festival, but I couldn't go because I was I was doing the grueling work in the hospital. I'd do OPD work, that's outpatients work in the morning. In the afternoon, I'd go to the ward, and sometimes there are so many cases on the ward, you'd finish maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you know, and then you go to the studio. Sometimes you are tired, but you know, when you have the passion for the thing too, it'll be, you know, yeah. So it's not been that bad, no. But I think that if you want to push it to the next level, you should make more time for the music. But you see, I'm not completely shedding off medicine. I'm still practicing as a specialist. So it means that you can actually balance the two. You know, you can balance the two better by doing a better some adjustments to your time scheduling and things. So I think as a radio as a record label boss, I'd say yeah, sign Lante. Sign Lante.
All right, so watch out for that big announcement. We are going to sign Knii Lante. Maybe some $100 million.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we say Champion, which is your latest single, will be the closing hymn for Knii Lante and his people? For 2019, let me add that. And for information, Champion is also online with a beautiful music video to go with, so you can check it out.
Thank you very much. That is what we think. I mean, God proposes. Hey, who is it? We propose and God
disposes.
Exactly. So we are proposing that is the closing hymn for 2019. But anything can happen. I mean, if tomorrow I happen to write a great song, which for all you know is a Christmas song, or maybe something that should usher in a new year, it must be done. So yes, to us, we think that we are closing the year with 2019 with the motivational song Champion, you know, that will usher in 2020. But we don't know. You know, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I see. Now, let's go into the making of this song. I have followed the themes of your releases this year. We will talk about the 52 ambulances and more. But then the Champion, what is the theme?
Well, Champion is a song that, it's a motivational piece. Okay. I wrote it when I made certain career decisions, like I was telling you about, that I was going to take music more seriously, and other things in my life. I had to make certain tough choices. And, you know, I was thinking about it one day, and I was like, I cannot fail. You know, though a tire pass, I have made my decision, you know, so I've got to keep on forcing, you know. And that line came to me by inspiration. So it was based on that song those lines of inspiration that I started expanding on the lyrical content of the song. And then it started reflecting other people's hustles, people who they push truck, you know, people who various hustles in society. And then gradually it became the song that it is. You know, that speaks to the fact that people are hustling every day to put something on their table. And that is, I always close with this statement that no matter what your hustle is, just keep on with the hustle. You know, never be ashamed of the hustle. Never put it down. Never listen to people. People could tell you, say, yeah, this is your hustle you are doing. This one is not good. Go and do this one. Because you see, when you go and do the other one and it doesn't work out, they won't be there. In fact, the same people who are telling you to go and do another hustle, when the bomb is thrown, they'll probably be standing there and laughing at you. Exactly. So just stay focused to your hustle. Once it is not armed robbery or something like that, just stay.
Once it is not something illegal.
Exactly. Just stay on your hustle. Don't be ashamed of it. Hustle hard, you know. And when you put the food on your table, man, it's pure satisfaction. And most of the time, our hustles have great light at the end of the tunnel. It is just that, like the sages say, and like we read in many books, and we see all the time on television, people, we tend to stop a little too early. We tend to give up a little too early. Most of the time, we give up just when the thing is about to blow, you know. So, yeah, man, let's just keep on our hustle, and at the end of the day, we'll achieve our dreams, you know.
Now, with a number of days, I know it has not even been a week yet. Has it been a week yet?
No, it's just about a week. It's just about a week today.
Oh, it's a week today.
Yes,
okay, how has been the acceptance? How has been the responses from followers of Knii Lante?
Okay, this is one of the songs that has given me a whole lot of attention. I mean, the kind of reviews I'm getting, I'm surprised. I mean, even from producers I work with in Jamaica who really are not into that kind of thing, they are like, wow, this is a great song. I mean, Mikey Bennett just gave me a very serious, thumbs up for the song, and for me that's tough, because that guy is is one of the greatest songwriters in my opinion. So and locally, I'm hearing people are feeding me back my WhatsApp, on my social media platforms. Everybody's talking about how they think the song is a great song. They think this song is dope, great motivational tune. I'm having far more feedback than I had with a lot of the songs I dropped earlier on in the year. Okay. So for me, I'm so happy with how things are going for now.
I see. Now, because we are about entering into a new year and Champion is seeking to encourage people, to motivate people to do something, I want to know, do songs really achieve their purposes? Because you released 52 ambulances, which was a call to decision makers, government, to make sure there are ambulances around for people. Now, as we talk, I know the president is working at releasing ambulances and all. Do songs really put out results?
Yes, they do. They do. I mean, like you're saying, 52 ambulances, I think, did a lot of work, for example. I mean, if you look at the figures that were being mentioned on radio, it wasn't really 52. I think they were talking about 54 ambulances and other figures. My figure of 52 was actually a mistake. It was supposed to be 54, and I went to mention 52,
Oh, okay.
So there was a small, but if you look at the discourse, I mean, I saw something on WhatsApp where some people had been filmed in Europe and they were demonstrating and they were shouting 52 ambulances, 50. It means that they were listening to the lyrics of my song rather than,
the actual figure.
Exactly.
That was it.
And then later on, we heard from one lady, I've forgotten, I think the ambulance service or government or something, saying that actually the number of working ambulances were only 28. But people kept on mentioning the figure 52. That means that music can make an impact, And I mean, look at other things. I mean, music can push so much negativity as well, There are forms of music which, when you listen to, can make you very violent. And Europe and America, they are feeling the exactly of some of the music that. So music, dear Charlie, it has power. It has a great power to influence people and to influence people in authority. Some of the great struggles in society, like the Black Civil Rights Movement, Martin Luther King, and they had this song, "We Shall Overcome." I mean, it was a big song that was a rallying call to all the people who were fighting for equal rights and justice. And that music created miracles, So, yes, I believe so. I think that it's time when, Ghanaian musicians also took our lyrics very seriously, because we can change this society.
Of course,
we can talk to our father, the president, and when we sing hard at him and we tell him, "Dad, we don't want this, Dad, we don't want this," he will listen. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I know some of you are going into 2020 feeling very down. Maybe the song you need to listen to is Champion from Dr. Knii Lante, and you are good to go. Just go ahead and do that. Now, away from some of his songs, let's get into the general industry space to talk about someone or two. I don't know if you are following, Samini recently had an issue with the headmaster of Ebenezer Senior High School for wearing locks as an entertainment person. And I know, as a medical doctor, sometimes I don't know how even people will see you, Dr. Pan or Tonyo Mojina stage, or Kika Bombo Clat, or any stage. Do you also face some of these issues? Because I remember I watched when Dr. Knii Lante is on the stage, he is a total different person. You need to experience him. I have experienced him. I think it was on the Kochoko platform. And oh my goodness, with his band, he was on fire. So Samini's encounter with the Ebenezer Secondary School, Ebenezer Senior High School headmaster, and show business, morals, and here and there. What is your opinion on this?
Well, we all read about what happened with Samini. it would be great to hear the take of the headmaster as well, because there are always two sides to a story.
Exactly.
But maybe the general statement I'll make is that I really don't like stereotyping people or stereotyping things and saying that all Fantis are funny people or all Gans are lazy and things like that. All Asantis are criminals. And, we say these kind of things and there's no basis for it whatsoever. Because if you go into every community and every tribe, you find out that we have positive people and negative. I mean, these things, there's no basis for making those kind of statements. It's utter rubbish. So when you see someone with dreadlocks and you start to stereotype him and you think that, oh, he's a negative influence, what is the negativity actually? Is it because you are associating dreadlocks with rebellious behavior? Dreadlocks is not rebellious behavior. Some of our fetish priests who lead our religious practices, and me, I'm a Gan, some of the fetish priests, they have locks, and they're positive people. You understand? So, what are you talking about? Is it because you link dreadlocks with smoking of ganja? I know people who have shaved their head and smoke more rolls of ganja than Bob Marley would ever smoke. You understand? So, this stereotyping thing must stop. It's not the hair that is the person. It's not the hair that treats a patient. It's not the hair that comes to sit in the class. It's a human being. And for God's sake, we are living in a time when, human rights it has become more of a very big issue. I mean, if you can allow people to, I don't want to go into that, but if you can allow people to express themselves in what they wear religiously or whatever, I don't see why you can't allow a Rasta man to express himself if he decides to wear his locks and to go to school. Just make sure that the guy is doing what he's supposed to do.
Now, have you ever been approached by someone and say, oh, Doc, why music? Why are you with, especially the kind of music you do? You do reggae, where maybe you have to go to a Kuma village to go sing with Osajifo and Co. Shout out to you. Has someone
my
ever done that
brethren.
to you?
No, oh, well, I mean, yes. I mean, even my mom, she's very old now, but she's like, but Dr. Jibo, come on, no for it and things. I mean, she doesn't. She's always, what I mean. But Charlie, lately she's like, oh, so I mean, yeah. Anything that is strange, when you see anything that is strange that you are not used to, it will usually evoke feelings of negativity, and you want to reject the thing. But as you get used to the person, you realize that, no, this person is a nice person. Actually, what I thought about him is not what it is at all. So I would put most of these things to ignorance. Ignorance, you don't understand the thing. You don't understand the significance of, for a Rasta man, you don't understand what the significance of the dreadlocks are. And so you just attach petty, wrong things to it, and then you come to your... like I was telling you, I won't be surprised if even up to now some of the patients I see, they smile at me, but when they are going, they are like, hey, pardon me. But at the end of the day, I make sure that my clinical practice, I'm honest about my clinical practice. What I know. What I'm not sure about, I'll say, look, I'm not sure about this. Let me refer to my senior, my consultants who taught me. They are always there to have my back, and do the right things. And once I do that, you will come to the appreciation that, Charlie, he has locks, but he's doing what he's supposed to do.
All right, he has locks. Or maybe you want to see his locks. Doc, they want to see your locks.
Yes, they are just tiny dreads. Tiny dreads.
Digital Rasta. Doc is a digital Rasta as well. In case you don't know, you will know later. Now, Doc, let's talk about world music.
Yeah.
Now, it looks as if everyone who is doing music from Africa is seen as doing Afrobeats. And after enjoying Champion, I was also asking, okay, will Doc tell us this is reggae, or Doc will also tell us this is Afrobeat?
Oh.
Now, the Afrobeat syndrome.
Well, as for the Afrobeat and the reggae, they are cousins, so they are cousins. Because Afrobeat, it came from Afrobeat and roots African music. Reggae too came from the same roots African music. So it'd be like their fathers, their brothers. So, it'd be cousin thing. It's a family thing, And I'm not surprised that the biggest Afrobeat artists right now, they have a lot of reggae influence. Look, me, when I listen Two-Face, I say, no, this guy, he be reggae guy. When I listen Wizkid, I feel say, no, Wizkid, he be reggae guy. You understand? When I listen Burna Boy, man, it's reggae, So, it's like me, I'm happy. I'm happy how the thing is going,
Okay.
Yeah, because reggae and Afrobeats are closely related,
Okay.
So if you see me, I sing reggae and I sing Afrobeats, I'm not doing
So
anything.
Champion is also Afrobeat.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know, but it's more high life-ish, Afro-ish, with a touch of dancehall-ish kind of lyrics. It's a mixture.
Everything ish.
Yeah, man.
It's everything ish in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of high life.
It's the ish music.
With the high life kakra, Afro kakra, reggae kakra, everything is in there.
It's like jollof.
I know. A bit of everything like that. Well, that is how we're going to do it. It is Champion. That is the name of the song coming from Dr. Knii Lante, or better still, Knii Lante. You have to stream this because the song is out there for you to enjoy. Now, let's go to Doc and music videos. Doc, I've seen that lately, the kind of ladies you put in your music videos, heavy backside women. I'm saying, should I blame the directors or I should blame Doc? Maybe that is Doc's taste. Doc, so let's get a little away from music. This one, taste. Let's talk like men.
Yeah, man.
Are they all your choices?
No, as for me, really speaking, I'm someone who finds it very difficult making up his mind about anything. When I go into a shop and I see a blue shirt, I like the blue shirt. If I see the red one too, I like it. If I see the yellow one too, I like it. So I wouldn't say per se that I like one kind of taste. I appreciate everything in its exactly.
I'm talking your music videos, and those who are watching us, they can go and make reference. It's not about what he enjoys; that is up to him. But his music videos, guys, just go and check. The song before Champion, what was it called?
I don't remember.
There was some bad damsel in there.
Baby Be Mine.
Baby Be Mine.
Yeah,
Crazy girl in there. And I watch Champion and I say, hey, Doc, lately your taste.
Okay, let me tell you the truth.
Tell me the truth. That's what I want.
The truth is that I'm working with a director who is very good, very, very creative, and I'm very happy that I met him. His name is Oscari. Oscari is he's very creative and has a lot of links, So he's actually the one who is able to secure these nice ladies to be in the video. So I'm grateful to him, and I'm grateful to the ladies as well. And Charlie, man, let's celebrate the African physique. Small, I'm not saying that all Africans are like that. There are also slim Africans and things, but it's not bad if you have, you are endowed, it's not bad cry, and so let's celebrate it,
So have they brought some beautification into doctors' videos, maybe adding up to the numbers?
I guess so, because, some of the models who've been in the videos, when they post, stuff about the video, they get a whole lot of feedback, and a whole lot of following. They bring a lot of followers and attraction to your page, etc. So yeah, man, big ups to all of them, Nanaya and Rosie. Charlie, you kill them.
Did we see an upsurge of our music industry in 2019 in Ghana? Do we go up?
Yeah, I think so. Looking at what's happening, especially from November to about this December. Okay, I don't know if it's a Christmas fever or year of return thing, so everybody wants to tap into it or whatever. But I'm seeing an increased rate of release of songs from a lot of the major artists and even the non-major artists. Let me put it that way. So obviously, I think there is an upsurge. That's what I'm seeing on the graph right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going to happen in 2020. But for me, there's definitely going to be an upsurge because, yeah, man, because 2020 is going to be a year of pure excitement, you know, from our camp. You know, we're going to tickle Ghanaians, we're going to make them laugh, we're going to make them cry, we're going to make them dance, we're going to make them agitate, you know, everything there inside. Music, we're going to take music to some very nice level, you know. Yeah, it's going to be really great, 2020.
I see. Now, I want to tell people to book Doc and the band called Deluge Band.
Big Hills.
Oh, Big Hills. Which one is the Deluge? Is the label?
Deluge Entertainment.
Oh, Deluge Entertainment.
That's the management company. I'm actually an independent artist. I'm not signed to any label. I was signed to VPAL some years back, about 3 years back, but then I didn't renew the contract. I wanted to do independent small, so I'm an independent person. But I have a management company called Deluge Entertainment.
Oh, okay. And the band is the Big Hill Band.
Yeah, Big Hill.
Okay, so like I'm saying, I want the people to book you that, but I'm scared. I'm putting some one or two together. Medical doctor with a full band. Doc, can they book you or you are too expensive?
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, you can book us anytime. The band is a great band.
I know. I've seen them perform so many times.
I would dare say it's one of the best bands in the whole of West Africa when it comes to reggae music. And I can say that because when we went to Massa, the Massa Festival in Ivory Coast last year, or Cote d'Ivoire last year, I mean, it was pure fire. There was one of the shows we played, and the people were shouting in French. I didn't even understand what they were saying. We had all come to the backstage. We were sitting down. Some of the bandsmen had dispersed. Everybody was happy with it. And then the stage manager comes back to us and says, do I hear what the people are shouting? They say they don't want the next act to come unless we come back and come and play again. So I was looking for the bandsmen and people scattering things. And then Nana texting of blessed memory tells me that, no, Doc, let's not go. Let's keep them a little bit more hungry, you know. So they are a great group, you know, but they play music for the joy of it, mainly. Yes, I mean, if you give us some small coin, we'll come there and make sure that you enjoy yourself. We are not an expensive group to book at all.
They shouldn't be scared talking about booking.
No.
All right, then you have to direct us. Should we call, an email? What are the details to do booking? Around the world, Doctor and his team, they are ready for you guys.
You have to make a few calls. I don't know if you want the numbers now.
Sure. If
okay.
only you have it, why not?
Okay, 0242 245 315 is one of the numbers you can call. Patrick, what's the other number? 054 157 8823. Oh, yeah.
Lante at Gmail. And remember, it is KNII at gmail.com. Lante at gmail.com. Everywhere around the world, your music festivals, I'm sure he is ready to play for you. Maybe you want him to sing a little bit of Champion. Is that what you want him to do? Yeah, I heard someone saying yes.
Okay, so I'll just do the chorus, right? It goes like this. I am champion. I am champion. Skiab. I be champion. Oh. I go carry gold go. I am champion. I am champion. Skian. My tomorrow. No one go know.
Yeah, he has that enchanting voice. You know, ladies would like to listen to Dr. Lante sing for them every day. Thanks so much, Doc. And I believe next year, I'm sure you give us an album.
Yes, next year, dear Charlie, there's so much fire coming. Charlie, it's gonna be maybe an album, EP, everything. You know,
Set
yeah,
it all
Charlie,
up.
everything is gonna, everything go there inside. You know, now I have time.
I know.
Yeah, man.
That is why he is calling himself a champion now.
Yeah,
because next year he's going to win more awards. In addition to what he's gathered already, he is a multiple award-winning artist. No two ways about that. So, guys, get ready. It has been a rollicking moment with Knii Lante, and I believe we are doing this again. So, next time, if you want him and you are not even getting them, you just call me. I'll get you Dr. Knii Lante. Thanks so much. Let me say shout outs to my producers, directors, Digital Rasta. Yeah, he's the real Digital Rasta. Currency, as well as Richie Flex.
Let me just say just a word.
Say it.
To Bema, Black ID, Moffat, Oscari, my producers, Big Beat God, Genius, Zap Mallet, Joe Amwa, everybody I've worked with, the Deluge Entertainment, Delphina, Patrick, Niaye, Kafui, Raska, everyone, and to you, give thanks, everyone. I really appreciate
The last song was produced by that Beat God, yeah?
that Big God,
champion.
Yes, it was.
He's a great guy. All right, so go ahead, stream his songs, like his videos on YouTube, and be part of the Knii Lante movement. Is there a name for the fan base?
Nilantians.
This one killed me. Maybe you have to be part of the Knii Lantians. My name is Sammy Flex. We out of here.